This book chat is about Relentless by Hamish Brewer. It's all about disrupting your norm and reflecting on who you are as a person. Are you showing your passions, and are you being real with each other? One of the great things about this book is we do have Hamish coming in November to talk with our staff about reflecting, knowing who you are, and disrupting your norm. So it's exciting to read it now and in kind of planning for his arrival. One of the key things that he speaks to students about is that they can accomplish anything their heart desires. They need to reflect and determine what they would like to pursue, and then make a path and stay relentlessly on that path until they are able to achieve that. A couple of key things that we want to talk about in the book chat today is that everyone has a passion. He would tell you to show your passion to each other. It is not bragging, it is not showboating, but you need to let your peers, staff, students, and parents know your passion. If it's the Trojans and cheering on the Trojans and college football being your passion, let it shine proudly. It will become the thing that people can connect to you with and make an initial relationship that can grow deeper into some solid foundational relationships. Along the way, you need to be true to yourself. You don't want to find a passion of somebody else's and try to connect to that and make it your own passion. You need to have your own and make sure that you can show how your passions will connect to others. Would you rather live a life that is truly you, or live a life live a life that is not truly you but confirms what others want you to be? He obviously would say the first. He reflects in the book, what tattoos would you have of your life? Even if you don't have a personal tattoo, what would you want to show everyone by promoting it through a tattoo on your body that tells a story about yourself? What shaped you? What made you nervous? What made you proud? What have you overcome? And that's really the tattoos of your life. He talks a little bit about, in pages 30 and beyond, going another round. Teaching is very hard, and he really agrees to that it's a tough career to be in at times, and many times you get knocked down by various different things, by Kaneland moms, by the coronavirus, by things that you've never had to try before, and we all make mistakes, but you have to have a plan to get back up. Don't take time to wallow in the pity of it. Start making a plan to get back on your feet and go another round in education. One of the great quotes that he has says, "How will you attack every day to maximize the opportunities you have to make a difference as an everyday leader, educator, and professional, as well as a personal friend? How will you get up from being knocked down even in your personal relationships?" He talks about habits of a great educator, and those include humility, attitude, persistence, accountability, and sacrifice together. He talks about how they stand fearlessly together when things stare them down, and they make a plan to collaborate, bring collective efficacy, and really become accountable and persistent to each other. It's all about having the right attitude and then never wanting to take the credit and being having humility. A couple other habits of great educators he discusses in the book are focus, a no fear to fail attitude, no excuses, and character. Making sure that you look at your personal character, which includes your passions, and let people know what you will stand up and believe in. I love the no excuses portion of not blaming others, not blaming the Kaneland moms for frustrating you, but really listening to the concern and frustration and making a plan to resolve it. And absolutely having that no fear to failure. We've had many examples in our administrative team and in our schools of it never hurts to fail, and failure is just the planning for the first option. And so those are opportunities that we want to continue. He also talks about living for love. Love should not be something that we hide or are embarrassed to say. As Fran Eggleston said at one cabinet meeting, I truly do love all of you. And we need to let people know that. You should say I love you at school every day and not be embarrassed or offended if someone does say it to you. You need to introduce the work love into your day. If we brought more love into our schools, we may lessen the amount of social emotional needs. It's okay to allow students to know that you are a loving, caring person and that you do love your employees and your students. And make sure that everyone knows that every single day. There is an opportunity and not an obligation to do these things. It's an opportunity for you to have tons of different ways to improve, beginning with self-reflection, joint reflection, and really thinking about the essential lessons within the book. It is key for us to really think about our dreams, our plans, our passions, and the story we want to share about our lives with each other, and then connecting through collective efficacy and love to make those things happen. Relationships is the essential piece of this entire book. It is the most important component that motivates students, motivates staff, and will motivate your administrative peers. If we don't have those relationships, not only just as an ad team, but as a human to human within the ad team, our work is only getting partially done. We really want to look at the opportunity to disrupt our norm. What are our current practices, and as an administrator or within the school, that we could possibly go back, rethink, and redevelop in order to show some of these key lessons from him? When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and everyone to see who we really are, our work can go a lot smoother. Please take some time and read. There's some wonderful examples of how he has disrupted the norm or how other people that he's worked with have disrupted the norm on pages 108 to 113. I really hope that you enjoy this book. I have loved this book just as much as I love all of you. And I really hope you find that same passion within the book as I have. We're excited to bring him in November. Fingers crossed that no corona will stop that process. And if so, that's okay. We'll just take the hit, get back up, and make a new plan to go another round, just as he says. So enjoy the book. And if you have any questions, I look forward to chatting about it with you.